be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big win early.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, Fields. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Play action, it's Fields. Nowhere to go here, he lost the football. And they take over, they'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Tomlinson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams trying to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Open man completes it to Claypool. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5 from the 8. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, you better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Now Fields.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
And the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and he's able to absorb the contact to complete it.
But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Fields.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because Cover was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. We're getting close to the end zone, and you know that rookie wants the ball back. He's looking for his first career touchdown.
He certainly is, and you just wonder with the coaching staff, is it trust in him this early? Are they trying to get him going, give him confidence early in his NFL career? Either way, they want him to score.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Touchdown, Bears! A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears are back within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
14, Bears 10.
Ready. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. They go again with Scott. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Scott. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Scott will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Tomlinson under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Samson Abukum with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. This a 27-yard attempt here. Badgley able to punch this one through. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Back to the air. Fields on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Back to throw, Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Now it's Fields. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Off play action, Fields. He'll buy some time right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Off the play fake. Tomlinson.
He'll get this out wide to Scott.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Now a first down throw, Fields. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Aiden Hutchinson drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Bass is good. And that will do it for this 1st half. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the 2nd half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the 1st half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
55 rushing yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
Room here to run. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Here's a give to Herbert.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Here's Fields. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Jeff Okuda. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14.
Tershawn Wharton, the one to get him to the ground on the defensive side.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On the carry, this is Scott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. On 1st and 10, Tomlinson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On 1st down, Tomlinson. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Bears will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he's plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, Fields.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got room. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
A handoff for Herbert.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
81 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
Justin Fields
scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Bears have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Fields trying to throw for it.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
To throw on 2nd down, Tomlinson.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relative. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Kyler Gordon picks it off.
And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
So a 4th quarter pick-6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick-6, They're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make this a three-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
We'll see a return here from the end zone.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. 20. He will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Again, overblown. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Fitu Melifonwu up to make the tackle there.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
104 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Now Herbert. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps for these situations, these scenarios.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Khalil Herbert, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Let's go
The
now.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Tomlinson. There's Hall bringing in another one. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They'll look to throw again. And he'll find Hall. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
148 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. Well, partner, that'll do it. You know, these week one primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation. A fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them.